We have nobody outside to bring Jesse Joyce in.
That's crazy.
Who's fucking running this? What the fuck are we doing?
Oh boy,
radio
there's
show.
Sam. I see the doorknob just turned. There he is.
Jesse Joyce, how are you?
Take a seat, sir.
We haven't seen you in a while, bro.
Yeah, I've been out in L.A. the whole time.
Yeah. Are you really playing Alaska?
I am indeed. Yeah, this week coming up.
How's that working out for you?
It's fucking great. Dude.
Is it really?
Why?
Yeah, performing at this club, it's like a pirate ship. It's great. It's just amputees and like scary. Like you don't ask anybody about their past in Alaska. You know, you just get this.
Yeah, because they're there for something.
Yeah, this
they're
club,
definitely running.
It's called Chill Kill Charlie's. It's like a famous place up there. And the last time I was up there,
Is it a club or bar?
it's a series of bars all together, and they have showrooms where they do.
Okay.
Nice.
So anyway, last time I was there, they told me in advance, they're like, we're a little short-staffed bouncer-wise, so just watch your own back. And the reason is because 2 of the guys were on probation because they killed a guy in the parking lot, and another dude was having surgery because he had his ear bitten off by a customer. For real, in the same week.
That Alaska.
Yeah. So it's pretty great. Like,
Well, how long is the flight, first of all?
like 12 hours.
12 hours just for the weekend?
For the week. You got to be.
Oh, you're
like,
going to go for the week?
They kind of get the reason they find it agreeable to do. They like really work you the whole.
Yeah.
Like I have a show every night for 7 days. So.
And every night is every day is every night too, right? Isn't it still dark there?
I think it's going to be. I think now is the period where it's going to be a few hours.
Gets
of
a
one or
little
the other.
dusky
Yeah.
and then a little light and then it's dark again.
Yeah.
Why did you come back here instead of just going right from L.A.?
Because I hate LA so much that I had to get it out of my system.
Oh,
You know,
you did?
like I had
Okay.
to spend a couple days in New York. You know,
How
Yeah.
cold is it in Alaska?
I think it's in the 30s now or whatever.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Well,
it's not terrible.
It's so cold.
Let me tell you.
No, my favorite thing about that club is there's like a little. It's just a crazy place. You know, it's all like there's wood chips on the floor and puke everywhere and whatever.
That sounds cool, to be honest with
It's
you.
great. Yeah. And there's a midget who works the door, wears a tuxedo, and he checks people through the metal detector. And there's a little sign by his little kiosk where he takes IDs. There's this grizzled, like non-vet looking Alaskan dude with like a crazy eye and like a flak jacket. And underneath it, like handwritten in a magic marker, there's a photo of the guy, and then it says, "Do not let him in. He is a murderer." That's what it says.
God.
Like that's what they do to murderers in Alaska. Like, get out of here, murderer.
Just-
you know, like you should have thought of that before you murdered somebody. You know? They don't have laws. It's awesome.
Yeah, there is like I've watched some of those shows like the Alaska State Trooper show
Yeah.
where it's like one trooper has to
exactly.
cover 18 million square miles of shit and the ice road trucker guys and all that.
Yeah.
It's just a place that if you're there, you did something where you are not allowed to be anywhere civilized anymore.
Yeah, like
so they
I saw
throw
a
you
guy
up there.
walking down the street with a shotgun. Like I was with the club owner. We're walking down to go get lunch. Guy with a shotgun, like just slung over his shoulder. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, good to meet you." You know, like that. It's like fucking Deadwood. It's amazing up there. It's really interesting.
Is it
Last
modern,
frontier.
or is it one of these cities that looks kind of old?
Yeah, it looks old.
It does
Yeah.
look old.
Yeah, I mean they have cell phones and whatnot.
No, I understand
you know,
that,
like,
but I mean, but they're not building new shit for the most part.
no, not for the
Yeah.
most
It
part.
probably
God,
looks like
I wanna
Buffalo,
go.
New York, because it's always weather-beaten places like that. Like the hotel probably looks beaten up wherever you
Yeah.
stay. It's got to look
Oh,
beaten up.
you stay in a cabin. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why not
You
a
literally
hotel?
stay in
It's
a.
adventurous.
Jimmy, you should go.
Should I?
It's fun.
No. They
wanna
should build
do
a
this?
hotel. I'd be happy to.
Well, no, they have a hotel,
Oh,
but
okay.
if I like decided to make a big deal out of it, they probably would put me there. But like, I like the cabin.
That's cool. Yeah, a little adventure, man.
You're gonna be
Yeah.
there all week. What do you do in between shows?
You can like drive
Cry.
out, like
But are you one of these? Are you one of these comics that gets out of your room and does shit, or
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
kind of
totally.
hibernate?
yeah. There's a place. I think they closed it, but it was the greatest. It's like an hour outside of Anchorage, and this like 88-year-old guy. He's like this old German dude who has, which by the way is the perfect age to be hiding out. I'd like to point out, like 88 years old in
no
Alaska,
shit,
Germany. He has
Exactly.
not. He runs a wolf rescue. Like he just grabs wolves that were like hit by a car and like nurses them back to health.
Wow.
And then
Nice
he has
guy.
them in his backyard, and the guy's got 9 fingers because a wolf took one of them. Literally, and he just walks you around the yard and like tells you which ones you're allowed to pet and which ones are going to kill you. You know, like that kind
Man.
of thing.
Do they bite
It's
him or no?
amazing. No, not at all. Well, I mean, they have in the past. Like he's all scarred up and whatever, but for the most part, like he has like a rapport with the wolves. You know, and they're the ones his farm is what like movies use. So like
Oh, so if you
wolves
need a
you
wolf.
see in movies tend to be from this guy's
Yeah,
place.
yeah.
You know,
Right.
But
And he gets the hybrids, right? Like people who think they could raise one of these animals and realize, holy fuck, they are wild beasts. And so they ditch the animals, and then a guy like
and
this,
then he takes them.
He takes them.
Yeah, and he's got like
supposedly the hybrids are the worst when you try to fucking mix the two breeds.
Yeah, he's got like this patter too, like that, because it's like a tourist place, like, the Anchorage tourism will send you up there. Like, oh, you got to go see this guy, right? So you go up there and like, but he's 88. So it's like, you can see him like going through the motions of the jokes that he has in his little rat-a-tat, but he's like lost it because and he'll be like, okay, you go ahead, you pet that one, but not that one. No, wait. It's this one, but not the. Like, he literally fucks it up, and you're like, I'm not. You have 9 fingers, dude. Get this
mistake.
Right. Yeah, it's amazing.
Are you Jewish? Wow, yeah, that's a lot of alcoholics up there too, apparently, huh?
Yes, indeed.
The drinking is like all you can do up there.
Actually, I think this is around the time of year, because I was there once before, like sometime in March, and that's when it starts to thaw, and every day in the newspaper, there's like 3 new dead bodies.
Oh, because they're under the snow.
Yeah, exactly. Right. They just like find a crumpled up guy with a whiskey bottle in his hand. You know what I mean? Like just under a snowbank on a sidewalk that they didn't see before.
Wow. Sounds wild.
Yeah,
I want to go up there.
How much snow do they get? I mean, I know Alaska's snow, but I mean, how much do they get in the winter? It's fucking.
It's not. I'm not a meteorologist.
Oh yeah,
do you
I
not?
don't know the answer to that.
Oh man, who
yeah,
wrote this
I don't know why I'm asking you the fucking. Yeah, really, who was the mayor of Juneau? You guys doing a gig? What a cunt I am.
Now the annual precipitation.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing how somebody can become an expert in my eyes.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt that says Alaska, so you're like, oh, this guy.
Yeah,
knows.
what's their biggest export, Jesse?
You're really into Alaska.
By the way,
You're playing there. You got a hoodie on that
it's a
says
coincidence,
Alaska.
because I just literally moved back to New York after 3. Like last night, I got in, and so I just threw on the only. But I do feel like the guy at the concert with the bands talking about.
Yeah, exactly. You got the fucking Alaskan shirt on that side.
Well, we got to ask you about the Oscars. How'd you feel it went for Seth?
I thought it went great. Like, I thought and everybody who's like in the industry, like anybody who's a humorist or comic or whatever, like they all get it.
It's
great. Just like the fat housewives that hated it,
And he basically said, "I'm done. Go find someone else."
Yeah, well, he said that before, like,
oh really?
Before the Oscars were even.
But he brought in the numbers. They were looking for the younger demos, and he brought them in.
Right. Yeah.
He
said exactly where they were looking for growth.
One of his tweets was perfect. He said it's like the Kobayashi Maru from Star Trek. Wrath of Khan. You do it. It's a no-win scenario because if you do well, some people like you, but then some people hate you.
Right.
I think he did a great job. He looks the part.
Yeah.
He sounds great.
I thought he was funny.
And he had some good jokes that didn't seem like the ones that you just, here's the writer, put it on the teleprompter, let this guy that doesn't know how to deliver it. Right. I thought he sounded great.
And of course, the one I knew came from Jesse. I called it.
Which one?
It's pretty sweet.
Oh.
The John Wilkes Booth one. The one.
That was yours.
The famous one. That's got to be. That's fucking. Jesse's written enough stuff for me, and I've watched him enough to know that no one else would write that for the Oscars. But this fucking
like
shit.
That one.
No, great joke.
Let me ask you about that. So
John Wilkes Booth trended worldwide on Twitter as a result of that joke. I was so proud of that.
Now let me ask you about that. So you present that joke to him. Were you a little worried?
No. He's pretty edgy. Like,
I guess
it was just trying to. It was more like we all collectively were trying to find the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it was
it's like this joke there,
but was he really
worded?
Yeah, was he really excited? Like, okay, this is it. This is the one.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I didn't even know necessarily that he was gonna pick. Like, I just churned out stuff and threw them into the void, like just into this giant joke bank. And he was the one who called through them and picked them. So,
how many of yours were used?
I don't know, maybe like 15, something like that, somewhere.
Look at him casually.
I don't know.
15 of my jokes were heard by a billion people.
But the thing is, like, I don't know for sure because I was backstage the whole time, so I wasn't.
Were you writing
on them?
Were you also writing as the show was going on?
No, like that was the intention. That's why he wanted us all backstage. But it's such an enormous machine that once it starts, there's no like.
So you saw everybody. You saw everybody walk back.
Oh yeah. You're just in the way. Like I'm just in Liam Neeson's way the whole time, and he's like trying to get around me, and like it. I ended up like I was standing on.
Dip your sushi in his hair.
Yeah. Who's the one with the shovel face? The chick. Not Renee Zellweger, the other one, the one who looks just like her.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yes, Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah, with her square weird head.
With her weird chin.
I was like standing on her dress, like just shit like that happens the whole time. Like,
wow.
And, I was waiting to go to the bathroom and Michael Douglas is clearing his fucked up throat behind me, like waiting to piss, like that kind of thing the whole time.
But you can't get any pictures back there, right?
No, it would have been like
Really awkward.
I don't know how you do it. Like you do it all the time. Like I don't know the protocol. So it was just been
back
weird.
there I might not backstage. It would look
You would
weird.
have tried, Jimmy.
Maybe with one. Like if De Niro was back there, I would have asked De Niro.
You would have definitely
with
tried.
This one I would have been willing to get thrown out for. But did you go to any of the parties or no?
Yeah. Well, I got to go to the governor's ball, which is like the big one. You know.
Wait, what else about the Oscars themselves, though?
It seemed to go pretty smoothly, but like that's the thing is like we were back like with the roasts or whatever, you know, they just come backstage. You can just pitch out a joke like, oh, you know, because somebody said something. Then, and that was why we were there, just like in case Tarantino said nigger or whatever. Like that was just the assumption that we'd all be there to cover for that.
Right.
Which, by the way, did you see it? Like he looked like he was giving a drunk best man speech.
Oh, yeah.
His tie was all
really did,
loose and he's swaying around.
We
like
love him.
we were totally like it's coming, you know. But he's already in place by the time, so there's like nothing for us to do other than just kind of
Just look at the stars.
Yeah, and like try not to bother anyone.
Which
you know?
was the one person you saw where you were like, holy fuck, that's a fucking huge celebrity.
Well, Charlize Theron is
Really?
like that hot in person.
Yeah.
Like,
She's
I
amazing,
was
right?
inches from her. Yeah.
I've seen her in restaurants, and it's like I just want to walk up and go, look, I know you don't know me, but I kind of love you.
Excuse me, we
Yeah.
saw Charlize Theron.
Where?
Wasn't she? She was the one on our couch at NEW before she was famous. Before she was really famous.
Really famous, yeah.
She was hanging with the guy from. We told the story a bunch of times.
Band was that?
The Jumper song, the fucking Suicide song, the fucking Help Me
Oh, the
Out.
drowning pool.
No. If I've been around.
Yeah.
Spin Doctors.
Third Eye Blind.
Third Eye Blind.
Thank you,
And we were pussies back then because the Third Eye Blind guy, who was kind of a dick to us, by the way, so fuck him. He basically told us like, look, man, I don't really want you bringing up that she's here because I think she just made which one? Devil's Advocate or something?
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, right. She was in
But-
that.
But they didn't know. But she wasn't a household name yet.
Right.
She was on her way.
Right.
And he basically said, I don't really want you bringing up that I brought her here. And she just sat on the couch all innocent and just fucking looking hot.
Did you get to hug her?
No, I didn't.
No.
I almost did anyway.
You
though.
should have just put your
Without
arms
getting
out. Like,
to.
come on.
you know you want
See you
to.
again. Phony Hollywood. She would have hugged you.
Oh my God, there was so much of that shit. Just like I
Really?
just
Was it?
overheard somebody, just some douche, like Hollywood looking asshole, just like, who doesn't love Hugh Jackman? Everybody loves like two Hugh Jackman. Like talking about somebody in the third person to them is such a dumb Hollywood thing to do.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? Like,
Jesse makes a point.
yeah, right. Like, yeah, you know, that's why everybody loves Jimmy. You know, like it's just, that's brutal.
Who was depressing to see was Renee Zellweger. She has aged, man.
Right.
I know it happens to everybody, but she's had a rough couple of years or something. She's almost unrecognizable.
You mean Meryl
I
Streep?
didn't see her.
Renee Zellweger.
Oh, I thought she looked okay, no?
But she looked a lot fucking different, man.
Right.
Yeah.
She's cool though. I actually had to take her on a tour of the Comedy Cellar once for
Really?
some movie or whatever. And I don't even know why they called me, but the Cellar called me and we were like, "Hey, would you bring Renee Zellweger around?" So I did.
Was she hot at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always had a little thing.
She jerked
for
you
her.
off in the car?
No, she did not.
Jerk you off. What the hell?
I think I would be, to be honest with you, I'd be a little self-conscious if she has that like lemon face, you know, like that. It would make it look like, what's wrong with my dick? You know? It's like gross.
Well, she had to keep getting fat and skinny for that Bridget Jones Diary shit. It's got to take its toll on you.
That's her from the Oscars?
Yeah, she's pretty hot.
See,
She
she
looks-
looks
Yeah,
good
but when
there.
she was
Let me see
on
her.
this is from the red carpet. We're looking at a picture. When
Yeah,
she
I thought
was,
she looked good.
But when she was on the Oscars doing her little
Yes.
thing, she looked a little haggard.
Did you see Meryl Streep backstage?
I did not. That would have been cool.
Yeah, she looks
But-
rather old.
No, like the people that I ended up like smoking a cigarette next to Robert Downey Jr. like 4 different times, like because I kept sneaking out
Oh, yeah?
to go have a smoke, and it's the same place that they would go out and sneak out. And have
really?
A smoke. Yeah.
Who's smoking these days as celebrities?
Well, pretty much
Ooh.
Robert Downey Jr.
Just Robert Downey Jr.
and me. Like, we
Smoking
were the
forever.
two. You know,
Talk to him?
just like
Double light.
perfunctory, like you know. Yeah, because I didn't want to be that guy. Because a lot of times too, like in airport smoking lounges and stuff. None of you guys smoke, right? I know you guys used to, but
Yeah.
people feel this need to chat with each other when they're having a cigarette, and it's always like they don't have anything. So it's like
Yeah,
about
why is that?
smoking. It's the lamest fucking. Just because you're having a cigarette,
yeah.
you're in the smoking line, and people be like, "This is ridiculous," right? You know, like they want me to join some fucking
Coalition.
Yeah, exactly, right.
No, you
I'm
should
gonna
have said
do this to
that.
us.
He would have said, "What do you mean?" You would have said, "The fact that blacks were allowed in here." It's goddamn. Like, who is this guy?
I like the fact that he applauded the Rihanna joke, though. That was cool of him.
What was that? I didn't see that moment.
There was like a Chris Brown joke about Django being so brutal that it's like a date
Date movie. Yeah. Like
And
that
was
one.
yours?
That was not mine, but it's a great joke. joke, but like, and it got like a big like,
That's fucking babies.
And fucking, Robert Downey Jr. was the only one loudly applauding it, which is cool. Yeah, I thought it was nice.
I love Robert Downey Jr. He's fucking an amazing actor, and he's just done everything to fuck up. You can't not like this guy.
Huge comeback. Yeah.
You should have mentioned how great his ass was in fucking Less Than Zero. Like, when you were Julian, your fucking cheeks were amazing.
What a horrendous scene, though.
I know.
Oh god.
I had a bunch of jokes that like were too much that you couldn't. But like Kavanzane, for example, she was
who?
Kavanzane Wallace, that 9-year-old.
Yeah.
The other
Kavanzane.
Which Kavanzane? Who? No, it's she's 9, but she was 6 when they made that movie. So that means she spent a third of her life involved with this movie. Coincidentally, Robert Downey Jr. spent a third of his life in a whiskey bottle, like stuff like that. But they were like,
they wouldn't.
yeah, I thought it was funny. But
yeah.
You should have just. Oh, did you write the onion joke for Seth and they took it?
No, I did not. But that is goddamn ridiculous, though, especially because all of those false, infuriated people who just are rushing to her defense. Now, as a result, Kavanzane's mom has to explain what a cunt is to a 9-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, if they hadn't made such a big deal out of that joke, then it wouldn't have gotten back to the little girl. But now, for sure, it has,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So her mother has to say, look, it's just what your father calls me when he's drinking.
I never understand that shit because you end up making it so much worse by bringing it up.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
No,
yeah.
I would have never known. I don't
exactly.
I don't read the Onion on a regular basis.
No, I don't follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, but the rest of the news had to go with and say, listen to this. This is so fucking outrageous.
Right.
But meanwhile, they never have to say they're sorry or explain that.
Of course
dog
not.
shit. How come why doesn't Fox or MSNBC or anything cover the New York Post? Look at this repulsive headline about a guy who was going to murder his wife and cook her. They're using puns.
Yeah,
where's the fucking press covering that?
Yeah.
But the Onion says something, and these fucking cocksuckers are all over it. They're shit.
Yeah, but the actual press, you look in the Daily News or the Post, and they're making jokes about
Meet the wife, M-E-A-T, the wife. About the cop who was going to murder his wife and cook her.
Leave it to Cleaver.
It's a fucking fun little pun.
They're coming up with headlines every day that are kind of funny.
Where's the outrage?
worst.
You don't see it. But whatever, I'm babbling. You made your point, Jim.
Hey, tell me there's one that's been sexual bloodbath. Like, I'm sure that's, you just...
Well,
just
today's headline is just kidding.
Picture
Butcher my wife like a goat.
And then just kidding.
Just kidding.
Oh, kid. They have a picture of a baby.
And a goat.
And a goat, so.
I got
It's
it.
called a kid.
Well, they also have the Pope on the cover, so maybe just kidding.
That's
has
it,
something
just
to do with-
kidding. Yeah,
Maybe it's a boy fucking reference of some kind. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a
Let's
dash
go
between
kidding.
the dash between the T's, the hyphen, or the D's. Cocksucker! I called a hyphen a dash, and I said the wrong letter.
It works.
Stink.
It works. Fuck it.
Boo. Jim.
That's pretty good gig though, right there.
Yeah.
The Oscars. Jesus Christ.
It was cool. We were backstage and we had to watch the pre-thing, whatever the nonsense where
Red
they come with-
carpet?
that
Yeah.
thing. And one of the writers, when they were interviewing Kavanzane, it was like, because they just asked such douchey questions. One of the writers was like, "Where's your dad?" It was just such a great. Because obviously she's there with her mom and her grandma and her. It's like, how come there's no guys in this family?
Where's your daddy?
What was the answer? Is her father dead?
Please.
No, it was just a joke because they're black people.
Joke,
That was
see?
they're New Orleans black
Wow,
people.
Jimmy.
Oh, New Orleans. I thought she was from overseas.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did love that though. The fact that this is her first movie ever. She's just like a kid from New Orleans who did the audition.
Mm-hmm.
And then the dad in that movie was the guy who ran a bakery that they would hang out in. That was also he's never been in a movie before.
Really?
That guy. He's literally a baker, and the production would meet in his bakery, and when they were trying to cast it, they're like, well,
Yeah, just
fuck, what
grab
about
that
this
guy.
Yeah. So,
Wow.
and they helmed, the two of them, single-handedly, helmed the Best Picture nominee,
It's fucked up.
And just, if you're keeping record, the guys from Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle went to Juilliard and Columbia and Harvard and fucking, you know what I mean? Studied, Sanford Meisner technique, and their shit was not, you know what I mean? It's just all such a bullshit thing that a guy who runs a bakery can do the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So now I want to move on to the governor's ball. So you got to go to the big.
That's the big
That's
one.
the
was
big
cool.
fucking party. Who was at that one?
Literally everybody. It's weird because you just feel like
That's so fucking.
you feel like you're flipping channels. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, there's James Gandolfini, and then you're like, oh no, he's actually right there. It's a weird. So
you can't wrap your head around it, right?
Yeah, and then you're just sitting at a table, like, you just grab a snack or you're sitting there, and then, like, the guy who wins Best Documentary just comes over and just dumps his giant Oscar next to you at the table and just sits down and whatever, starts talking to you. So there's that. Wild. It's bizarre. But I only stuck around there for a little bit because Seth's party was where we all went and hung out, which was, like, way cooler.
One, yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
What made his cooler?
Well, because it's like if you gave a 9-year-old $1 billion, what he would do with a party. There was like a 50-piece orchestra playing Star Wars music the whole time. It was amazing. There's like giant,
that's great,
Darth Vader ice sculptures everywhere, and it was all
he's Richie Rich.
Yeah. And like just an enormous pile of lobster claws, like
just piles.
Just piles.
No
of
organization to it, really.
Yeah, just
right?
a giant pile of it, and like somebody has like laser precision cut it so you don't have to crack it open, and whatever. And so it was it was great because it was a very non-Jew friendly buffet. Like it was all seafoody stuff, And
how was he? Was he relieved and happy at his party?
Yeah, he was. He made a brief appearance in his own thing, and he sang a song or whatever with the orchestra, and then so I got to talk to him for a few minutes, but that was about it. But then, and then it's just like he just emptied the modeling agencies in LA. Like that must have been.
Oh, really?
It was just all strippers, like just amazing, smoking hot, ridiculous, like tight dress wearing whores.
Wow.
Like if you were casting a movie with like one of those typical LA party movies, and you're watching it, like nobody actually. There's not this, but they were all there. It was exactly that. Like it was pretty crazy.
So they hired girls to be there?
I don't know if they hired them or they just gave out invitations to him. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah, they
why wouldn't
want
they
to
want
show up. Yeah,
yeah, those rotten bitches.
Book some fucking rich
Hollywood guy. It would have been funny if they showed up. It was just a bunch of people in the kitchen quietly having cheese, like hors d'oeuvres.
Real uncomfortable.
Yeah, with a bunch of like yoo-hoos out.
No, we're playing Pictionary.
Girls, Jimmy's going to have a lot of models at your gig this weekend at Poker Nuts.
Yeah, Poker Nuts.
He's going to have the models there as well.
Yeah. It's a big draw there. They all like to sit under the antler head, watch me perform. Antler head. Abject failure.
No, come on.
Oh,
come on,
Jimmy. How are your blueberries today? Are they good or mushy or sour?
They're good.
Oh, good.
Jesse, so I got one question. So, what brought you back down to earth after the Oscars? The one thing where you're like, do they even understand I wrote for the Oscars and now you're...
Yeah, well, I have this, I got this amazing parking spot, like right in the Dolby Theater. Like, there's 40 people that had parking spots, and I was one of them. Giant sign that says... reserved for Jesse Joyce Academy Awards, right? This big, which I stole, by the way.
Nice, you should have.
Yeah. But the car I drove was a 92 Hyundai Elantra. It's from this place called Rent-A-Wreck in LA.
Yeah,
you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. Like I look like a weed dealing pizza delivery guy showing up at the Oscars. It's just all awesome. Smashed in and the front headlights burnt out.
Why did you go to Rent-A-Wreck? I know they're cheaper, but it's like renting a car for...
Because I was there for 3 months.
Oh, 3 months.
And
all right. That's
total cost $1,000 for a rental car.
Beautiful.
It's great. So
and
like as long as you're confident enough in the fact that you don't care that you're driving a shitbox.
And you can beat the shit out of it.
You had to write for 3 months. For this?
Well, no, because I was working on season 2 of The Burn with Jeff Ross, that show, Jimmy did last season. So, so I did 1 and 2, and then the Oscars right after that. So I was stuck out there for a while. So so I just hop in my shitbox, immediately after the Oscars. Like that was kind of an interesting. And I have to pull up to Seth's party and this fucking and it just it's like making like Lamborghini. Everybody else, it's like a line of Lamborghinis, and then
you're a piece of shit. Rent-A-Wreck.
Yeah.
Where'd you stay?
I rented a little studio apartment in Silver Lake, which is the worst place on earth. It's like the belly of the beast, It's like the LA part of LA.
Ooh.
It's kind of like Williamsburg, but sunnier. It's just this awful bearded shitheads hanging around.
Right.
And like everybody's in stupid show business, which is what I hate about there. Is that you can't avoid it. Like every coffee shop, every time you go to make any kind of transaction, you just know that the person has a headshot
and a script,
and they're gonna fail. You know what I mean? Like you just know they're a fucking failing actor. It's just sad. Like you can walk around New York all day long and never run into anybody else in show business. It's like I think it keeps
you can do that in this room.
We laugh because it's true.
That's hurtful, Jimmy.
It really is, man.
Damn. Well,
so
pretty fucking cool.
There you go. The Pope is leaving. Big headline.
Oh, is that
it's
it?
just about done.
Gone.
And then they're flying him to
good for him.
The papal retreat he's going to, whatever that is.
Fuck him.
I guess that's part of the whole Vatican thing, right?
So we're popeless at the moment, right?
Yeah.
now
Has he resigned yet, or is that?
Yeah, this is his last day. Today's it.
Oh, okay. But so when he actually
we don't
hands
know
over
what
the,
happens.
We're running
the
sans
keys
Pope.
or whatever the
We're
fuck.
trying to figure out if they
that's
have like a Joe Biden VP type of guy that goes in there for a little
Vice
while.
Pope.
No.
Right.
Vice Pope.
Yeah, Vice Pope. That's but you know what? No one cares or will notice that we don't have a Pope.
You're right.
Till we get another Pope. Like, who cares?
When does that start? Immediately?
Archaic.
They start making their way to the Vatican now, all those cardinals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they do the smoke thing.
Yeah, then they I think they have a bunch of meetings
Before they even do the smoke
before
thing?
they even go for the smoke. Yeah, they meet, they do things, they go out with each other, do
Suck
fucking
each other's
dinners.
cocks.
Which
Well,
I'm
I
sure-
don't think that. Yeah.
I'm sure those
Oh,
meetings,
well, I don't think that.
I'm sure those meetings don't go well. You know what I mean?
No,
It's like
no.
a guy from, Ghana. And
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck do they have to talk
What are they
about?
going
You
to
know what I
talk
mean?
about?
Yeah.
I used to date this girl who, this sounds bullshit, but it's not. I dated Vladimir Putin's translator briefly.
Oh, wow.
And
Pretty cool.
I met her at McSorley's, that shitty bar.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, I met her because she was his guy. He had like 5 simultaneous translators, and one of them, she was the one who would do stuff at the UN when he was here, right? So she'd fly in and do that, and then she just went to McSorley's. So I met her there. So I met her that night, and then technically speaking, I fucked her in Russia. Because she took me back to UN Plaza 1.
Oh, okay.
So I had a
it's
one-night stand.
sovereign,
I've never been to Russia, but I had a one-night stand there.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow.
And
She was hot.
yeah. She's pretty great. And then, whatever. We dated off and on for a little, just every time she was in town. But the point is that she is simultaneous translation is what she does professionally for a living.
Man.
The best case scenario that you can imagine to get, like the top of their game, simultaneous translators, 75% accuracy.
Wow.
That's the best you can possibly hope for. Isn't that shocking and terrifying?
Now, what does
Yes.
simultaneous translator mean?
That's when we're negotiating something, you and I, but you don't speak English. So as a result, you have your guy and I have my guy, and they translate what is being said at
as
the
you're
time.
talking.
You know what I'm saying?
Instead of like translating later on.
Translating a speech.
Yeah.
It's translating actual
Live.
negotiation. So
where they wear
75% is the
those
best you can imagine.
earpiece things.
Yeah, that's what
And
that
it's
is.
just like blah,
Right.
blah, 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 blah.
So what languages did she speak?
Like the 5
Greek
that they
and French?
Speak. Yeah. No, they speak like 5 at the UN or something. And so it's like English, French, Russian, Chinese, and whatever the 5th one. I don't remember.
It's a smart broad.
So, yeah,
You're
yeah.
able to speak that many languages.
Yeah.
And fluently and understand them and translate them quickly to fucking
Yeah.
Vladimir
Yeah.
Putin?
But can you imagine, like, if 25% of what we were talking about was lost? Like, how fucking nonsensical
that
it would
happens
all
I
be.
would love it.
It happens
Except
every
they're talking
day.
about nuclear weapons. You know what I mean?
It's very important
You
stuff.
want to read
Yeah.
our Twitters? It happens every day. They only catch about 60% of what we're saying.
Right.
Accurately.
And you can only do it for 2 hours a day, apparently, because it's so taxing on your brain, or 3 hours or
Really?
something.
Wow.
Like, yeah, so that's her whole shift is like 3, and she's done. She got to rest her head.
Wow, man.
Because you have to be listening in one language and immediately just push it
Yeah.
back out in a different one, you know? So it's a really complicated thing to do.
Amazing that can even be done.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you know they get it wrong once. Oh yeah, obviously 25% of the time.
Yeah.
Well, no,
yeah.
she actually, while we were kind of seeing each other, she caused an international incident.
Oh.
Which
Why?
was the hottest thing ever to me.
That is pretty good.
Apparently, it happens constantly. Like apparently, what happened was they were talking with the Chinese about how many nukes are on the Russian-Chinese border or whatever, and she mistranslated the number.
Oh, see,
right?
that's a big
she
one
was
right
off
there.
by like 20,000 or something like that.
That's big.
And the Chinese like literally just got up and walked away. Like they walked out of the meeting.
Oh, man.
So there was a thing in the New York Times that was like the Chinese left the table at a nuclear disarmament discussion, and it caused a big. And then, like, it happens all the time. I bet you if you look at, like, buried 8 pages deep the next day, it's like, it was a mistranslation.
Yeah,
that was the problem.
yeah.
Like, that'll always happen. So.
But you're just fucking looking, going,
Yeah.
you fucking troublemaker.
Yeah.
A fucking. It's
pretty great, right?
Fucking fuck you troublemaker.
He's got great stories.
Why'd you stop seeing her?
Because I started. Because
That
I
long-distance relationship
No, because I'm an
shit.
idiot. Because I fell in love with a fucking cocktail waitress in Kentucky.
All right.
That's why. So
Yeah.
she came from Russia to see me, and I bailed on her.
Oh,
Like a douche.
man.
Really?
Yeah, I feel bad about that.
Well, she flew in and you were already seeing somebody else?
Well, I wanted to, it was like I'd started dating the other broad, so I didn't want to, like, hurt either of their feelings.
Yikes.
So then when she got here,
You're a good guy.
Oh, you're that guy.
When she got here, I had to go, like, sorry, we can't hang out. So then she fucked my roommate. That's what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, why'd you let her fly in instead of just calling her?
Because I'm a fucking coward. That's why.
You made her fly all the way from Russia?
I didn't know how to
It's not
tell
like
her
she's
on
coming
the-
in from
Yeah, from
Cleveland.
Jersey or
I didn't
something.
know how to tell her.
Oh, man, I had to go through the tunnel.
Yeah.
No,
Who's a better bang?
The Kentucky waitress.
Okay, then you made the right move.
Yeah.
Who had a meteor pussy?
Meteor.
Probably the Russian, actually.
Oh, boo, Jesse.
Well, you and I think have different.
Probably.
Probably,
All
as
right,
far
fair
as
enough.
that. The Jimmy Norton meaty pussy thing is beyond me.
Literally.
I don't get it.
If you said the Russian girl had a meaty pussy, but she lost her head in a fucking hedge clipping accident, I'd still take her. Plus, you banged her a bunch of times. You're probably done with it.
Yeah.
Not ready with
You know
it.
why that was exciting, though, is that somewhere in a basement filing cabinet in the Kremlin, there has to be a dossier about me.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean?
so, yeah.
Because I was 2 people away from
You're
the
too
Russian
close.
president. You know
Too
what I mean?
close.
Oh,
like,
God.
at some point, they had to watch my live at Gotham.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Find
Like a couple of
Yes.
ex-KGB dudes was like, yo.
Who is this
They
Jesse
had to
Joyce?
sign me in and stuff,
Find
you
out
know?
who this is.
What does he do? I don't know. He gives serious talk. He gives very boring lectures.
Some sort of motivational speaking.
Jesus Christ.
He does motivational speaking about cocaine, apparently. I don't know.
Yes, he stopped talking and the people just look.
They look at him very strange. Oh, man.
So, they had to sign you into the Russian consulate, right?
Yeah. And then I went to Geneva once to hang with her. Because she had a lot of money, so she flew me over to hang at the UN in Geneva.
What a piece of shit. He fucking he makes her fly. Did she fly you business class?
No, she didn't. But it's fine.
Coach?
Whatever. Yeah, but it was
Good for you.
For
Fuck
a
her.
Kentucky cocktail waitress.
And
How did that work out?
it was interesting. Like I set up a show in Geneva, so I did stand up there.
No, I
and
mean,
then-
how did it work out with the Kentucky broad?
Oh, I dated her for a couple of years, so it actually did work.
All right, so it was
You
a
know?
real thing.
So, yeah.
So you went to Geneva, Coach, and you set up a gig?
Yeah, and then and so I went to the UN in Geneva. And she like signed me in there too, and I went to the cafeteria and like had lunch with her colleagues.
Oh, colleagues.
Yeah, and I've like never been like less interesting in my entire. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because they're all like literally like working on like Rwandan genocide prosecutions. You know, like they're these lawyers who are like prosecuting dictators. You know, and then it's like, yo, this guy fucking wrote a fucking joke about Seth MacFarlane's cock that went pretty well in Minot, North Dakota. You know, like that's what I'm doing.
Wow, that's fucking amazing to me that you ditched the Russian chick.
What do you think of Russia?
I never went to Russia.
No, he went to the
Geneva,
consulate
you
here.
said.
Yeah, I went to Geneva.
I assumed you went to Russia once or twice.
It's
but
very
sorry.
you know what it's like, because I've also been, and I sound like a fucking douchey world traveler.
No, this is very worldly.
The only other place I went that was like it is Singapore, and they're so broken by the rules there.
Yeah.
Because it's such a rule oriented.
Oh
city
yeah, they will fuck you up if
that,
you break the rules.
Yeah. So it's like it's the cleanest place you've ever been, and you know, like in Singapore, like you can't spit, you can't chew gum.
They cane you. Yeah,
There's like
You can't
crazy
chew
remember
it or
that
you can't
guy.
spit on the ground.
No, they don't have gum. It's a non-existent thing.
I would hate that.
Yeah, like they'll have like whatever juicy fruit, but it's mints. You know what I mean? Like they've come up with a way to be able to still sell shit in Singapore, and so they make like little whatever. But the point is,
I want to make that gum money.
but it's the only two places I've ever been where like it's 2 a.m. and you're trying to cross the street, and it's a completely empty street. No one is there. And so you just start going, right? Because it's a wide open, because, you know, you're in New York, that's what you do. And there's a person waiting at the crosswalk across the way who's like, what are you? Go back! You know, like, because they're waiting for the little
signal
sign to tell them
change.
that it's okay.
Wow.
But it's 2 a.m. There's nobody here, right? And they're waiting at the cross, and you just go running across the street, and they, like, are looking for a cop. Like
a crazy
"Go back,
person.
You're going to get in trouble.
You're
like,
a bank robber
Yeah,
at
yeah,
that point.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy. Remember that kid that got caned over there?
Yeah, but he
I-
he graffitied, though.
am not joking about this. He played against my baseball team.
Really?
Michael Fay, that cocksucker.
You're
He
like
was a-
Zelig.
He's like a pitcher.
He really is.
Who's Zelig?
Yeah, a guy that's like
Woody
kind of
Allen
in the
movie.
background.
The Woody Allen
He's in the
movie.
background of everywhere with his
Oh,
knows
right,
everyone.
right.
It
Kind
was
of.
before Gump. He put
Yeah,
himself
yeah.
in,
It's kind of like a
Hitler
Forrest
photo.
Gump thing. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Right. Well, sure then.
He did. He played
Yeah, it was in Dayton, Ohio. I lived there for a
before
little
or
while when I
after
was
his
a kid.
caning.
Dayton, Ohio.
Before.
Who else comes from Dayton, Ohio?
It was a ball player, I think, right?
Yeah.
I'm 18 years. ago, I left Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, right.
With 2 very bad knees.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this?
Well, I don't know. Why'd he leave?
What? And a dream to become a Major League Baseball player.
Uh-oh, what happened?
It's Lou Gehrig.
I thank God the dream came true.
Mike Schmidt.
That's Mike Schmidt. Retiring.
Poor Mike Schmidt.
Some 18 years ago. We love
Some 18 years ago, I left Dayton, Ohio.
It's not a complete show without playing that one.
No.
We love that clip.
Every fucking
We
day.
try to get it in
Blubbering.
every day. This blubbering idiot.
So you're from Dayton? Fuck.
No, well, I'm from Pittsburgh, but my dad worked for a couple years in Dayton, so we went there, and that was in my little league days. And stupid Michael Fay was also a little leaguer in Dayton, and
Did you
he had
think
a
that
reputation.
one day he'd get caned in Singapore?
Yes, everybody did.
Everyone knew.
because he was such a
He was an
piece of shit.
asshole.
No,
he
he
was,
was
he was a
surprised.
cunt, huh?
Yeah. Well, obviously, he also he went to a fucking foreign country with his dad and spray painted a parking lot full of cars. That's what he did. Yes, you should get your ass beat.
Get
You know
So
what I
wait,
mean?
what did he spray? Just sprayed the windows, or
He just graffitied the shit out of an entire parking lot full of cars.
In Singapore.
Yeah, in Singapore.
That's ballsy.
why would
Yeah.
Clinton? If Clinton stepped in for him, I
It was
guess.
Bush.
Oh,
At the
I'm
time.
sorry.
It was
it
the first Bush. Yeah.
And what happened? They didn't listen to him.
Well, no, they negotiated. They were going to give him 50 canes.
Yeah.
And and Bush was able to negotiate it down to 5 or 10 or
down to
something.
5.
I don't remember what
I
it
bet
was.
you they made those 10 hurt, though.
Oh, I bet
I bet
he
you they
wound up.
fucking
Trust
made...
me, I followed that story.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
such an asshole.
Because you got to think they were pissed they had to fucking negotiate down. So all right, we get 10, we're going to make it fucking count.
Yeah. So they give you smelling salts after every one because you pass out and they need you to be awake for-
awake because if they're whipping you
They give
and
you
you're
smelling.
asleep.
Wow.
Yeah, so you will obviously pass out, and they showed what happens on the news with a turkey, a raw turkey, when it splits it completely wide open. So
Show that on the Sam. Can you find that?
Splits your ass open for sure, and so you pass out every time. So,
So
then they
50
wake
would
you
be
back up.
50 would be.
Yeah, see, look at that.
Let me
That's
see.
real?
Oh my God!
Is that
on
a real-
the ass?
Come
How
on.
fucking how sexual that is?
Yeah, there's meaty chunks of his ass taken out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Who's that? Is that him?
I don't know if that's him or not.
that's permanent damage.
Is
Oh,
that
that is
real?
his?
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Oh, okay.
How many
It
shots?
almost
is that?
doesn't look real.
Oh no, that looks pretty.
Now, when they give you
That's
50,
real.
they give you 50 in a row, or do they do it over a couple days?
I can't speak to. I'm not positive that it was 50, but it was whatever the number was. It was a lot more, and they negotiated it way down.
That is a
So-
brutal fucking. Can you imagine getting fucked in the ass right after that? How great that would feel compared to it. God,
How do you even take a dump
or
after that?
they make you sit down in a pile of salt.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, that would hurt.
so they give you smelling. So what do they bend you over like a sawhorse or something, or fucking?
Yeah, there's
sexy.
they have a device that they put you in that. It's specifically for getting your ass beat with a cane, and the cane has holes drilled in it, so it whistles. You know what I mean? So it even
No wind resistance.
Yeah.
You could really.
And
look at that
And
thing.
the device, see, it's intended so there's no give, so your ass is right up against it. So there's
right.
nowhere.
So you can't absorb some of
exactly.
the shock.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that guy! There's a picture of a guy bent over, and there's another guy really giving him a caning. Wow,
I think we need this in this country.
I do too.
Yeah.
That looks
I
like
think
the
that
big
make
unit.
a few people
it's
behave.
like in a pitch.
Yeah.
That's like fucking.
Oh
He's
yeah.
putting all
He
of his
wound
energy.
up. Yeah, for sure.
They hit you hard. Do they protect your balls though, so your balls don't get hit?
I suspect that was part of that device. Yeah. So
Cover your bag.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
That's
that's
fucked up.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm
I would
glad
hate
he
to
was
get
an asshole.
lashes.
yeah.
No, I don't want.
So is he back now or no?
Who?
That kid.
I don't have any
that was
fucking
years
relationship
ago.
with him. I just know he was an asshole from.
Shoulda wrote
'cause
him.
He was one of the shithead kids in town.
Was he a
you know?
rich kid?
Yeah. Because his dad was a diplomat or something. You know.
Oh, so he's a little cunt.
So yeah.
Find his
But,
Twitter and just go, ha ha. I knew that would happen to you.
Wonder how he got busted. What are the?
But he had a reputation in town too for being the shithead, the Biff from you know what I mean? That's what he was like. You know.
Biff Tannen.
So, yeah, he's like Biff Tannen. But anyway,
That's great.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
but so both play. You're just
Love to.
that's the consequences for jaywalking. So as a
Yeah,
result,
yeah,
everybody's
yeah.
don't.
Wait, they don't cane you
break
for
the rules.
jaywalking, do they?
Well, no, but they're serious.
What's
they
the-
don't fuck around.
Where do they start with the caning? What crime, you think? Can we look that
I
up?
don't know.
I'm gonna
That'd be-
guess theft of some sort or vandalism or.
I bet you it's a lot less than that. I bet
Maybe.
you'll be very surprised. Where
Yes.
you probably get one good shot for
Some
Dude, you
weird
have,
thing,
video?
snickering in front of the Kaiser.
Sam has some video of some caning.
It
can be ordered for over 30 offenses, including hostage taking, robbery, gang robbery with murder, drug use, vandalism, and rioting.
Vandalism.
All right, so, vandalism.
Drug use.
We ought to enact this in Chicago. Nice.
Here's a video of some
boy.
caning. Let me see.
Oh, dear.
She said, oh, dear.
Oh, dear.
All right, let's
we got
see
some
this.
volume? I want to hear this. All right, there's some...
and this is Singapore? Yep.
There's some poor bastards.
There's a military-looking guy signing you in.
That's what their whole language sounds like, by the way. Bong, 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 bong.
Bong, bong.
Bong, 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 bong.
Guy's got that mustache.
He's like, I'm the caning guy. Yeah. I'll be checking you in.
He looks like Mako from MASH. That little shitty
Mako.
Spanking mustache.
Guy played every Asian during the 70s.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember that guy from Tora. I remember that guy. Oh, man. He's got nice cheeks.
Now, he's being bent forward on it. The front is tied. Everyone's got masks on, I guess, in case a little wind comes out. A little nervous wind.
They're fastening his legs and his arms onto this device.
Now, are you allowed to block with your hand? Of course. He has very, very solid cheeks, though.
Now,
he's clenching them already.
They're strapping his body against this thing right above the waist.
I bet that's a doctor. I bet that's the guy who's there to make sure.
And now where's the official cane?
Yeah. Is that a paddle or... Oh, he's...
Oh, no.
Oh, caning does not look good.
Oh, no.
When there's 10 guys in fucking surgical masks tying
brutal.
you.
This has got to just suck.
All right, he's strapped way in. Now, only his ass is sticking out.
Everything else is protected.
That way your legs don't get hit. All right. Oh, there's a sadist.
How fucking pseudo-sexual is this?
I don't think it is at all. I think it's brutal.
Like, why the ass?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, man.
The
all right, they're all looking. Oh, you don't want to hear that.
Never want to hear that.
Never. One.
Oh, fuck.
And there's a guy with the smelling salts, right?
Yes.
Oh.
All right. Oh, yeah, it's starting to bleed a little.
Bleed.
Oh my God! After 2 shots. Okay, the third one now is cut.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm not the only one with a hard cock.
Cut it.
Yeah, now he just sucked in his butt a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it's going over the same spot.
It's bleeding.
Oh, that went right over the same spot.
That was 5.
Oh, he's hurting. He's hurting now.
Dude, 1 would be good enough for me.
This is unpleasant.
6.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, my God, this looks so painful.
He's tightening his butt cheeks.
Why would you ever do anything wrong?
Yeah.
7.
Oh, that one was low on the butt.
Oh, my goodness.
His ass is, like, ripped.
Chafed.
Is this against our No More Gay?
No,
this isn't gay.
All right.
Oh,
he's moving around a lot.
Yeah.
He's wiggling.
They're cinching him in now tighter.
His ass is wiggling,
I bet
too.
you that was the pause between whatever 6 and 7 was them giving him smelling salts. I bet you that's
wake him back up.
That happened.
You really passed out, huh?
They are cinching him in tighter because he started moving.
Can you handle that?
Yeah.
Oh, man. No. Yeah.
Jim's paid for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
fuck.
His ass is in
They're going for new areas.
These are brutal spanks.
That was a lower cheek.
His ass is ripped up, man.
That is brutal.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
That was 8.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, no, it's not.
No. That's got to be
What did he do?
Yeah, what did this guy do?
Don't do it again. I don't want to do that.
That's 8, I think.
That's 10.
That's 10 right there?
No more.
Oh, is he saying, like...
No more.
No more.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Now, that guy's hurting.
Now he's just begging.
He's saying, like, yeah. What if he's saying, fuck you, give me another?
Yeah. I learned my lesson.
Put some fucking muscle into it.
What the hell's he saying? His ass is ripped up.
He's not going to be able to fucking sit. How many?
That tears you the fuck up, man. The divots in his ass look like baked potatoes almost. That shape.
Yes, they're...
God, they're still
that
going.
was a big one.
Yeah.
You think he's got a rod?
I don't know how much...
Oh, man, there's way too much time left in this
Still
video.
2 more minutes.
That one wasn't very hard. I think he's slacking off.
Yeah.
Does it count if they fuck up? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, you could see him trying to clench.
Tightening up his butt cheeks.
Just that anticipation of waiting for it. Oh.
I don't.
And how do you clean this shit?
Oh. What a rotten shower he must have after.
Oh, that's gotta sting.
You ever have soap going over a cut?
There's like birds tweeting in the background, all nice and pleasant. I think they better give him some more smelling salts. He's got to wake up. He's not screaming. He's not screaming.
God.
Too much.
What about
Is that it?
That might be it. Now, what do they put on his hiney to make it all better?
Oh, look, they're patting him. Like, they're there. They give you a little love afterwards.
Oh, that's good. It's like when Kiss pushed you down the stairs, Jimmy, and then stroked your head and kissed you. It's just bleeding. It's dripping blood from his ass cheeks.
Well, I bet you behaved for a year after that shit. Fucking.
Yeah. How do you sit?
Jesus, they just destroyed his ass.
Yeah.
What was that, like 15 lashes?
Well, you're certainly not going to steal a car because you'd have to sit in the car seat.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not going to happen anymore.
God.
You just can't sit down. Like he's kind of
walking
a little bow-legged.
Oh, yeah, he's doing better than I'd be doing.
He's doing all right, though.
Wow. Imagine then they go like, oh, wait a minute. I wasn't counting. Oh, we forgot one. Get back.
Bring him back in.
No.
Gotta make it official.
Firing squads will have like one guy with a fake bullet.
Yeah. Blank
That
in
guy
there.
is just the guy who beats your ass. You know what I
He's
mean?
the
Like,
guy.
there's no other guy with a fake stick. You know, so you don't know.
I was at work today, honey.
yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I beat the ass.
What's a bad day at work, though, when a piece of ass skin flies up and gets stuck in your lashes? That's what it is, like when you're eating in the cafeteria later and you fucking cough and a piece of ass skin falls off your cheek. You're like, oh, nerds. Wow, that was fucking horrendous.
That was brutal,
and we watched the whole thing.
Yeah, but
we
you know
did.
what?
You know what?
You're not
Yeah.
wrong. We do that would be a great punishment here for shit like fucking
Yes.
gang violence and other stuff like that.
Yes.
People would behave. You just put
Yeah.
that video out saying this is what we're now doing in America.
Yeah.
You got to think some people would fucking behave.
What is this? Can we have a picture of the cane itself? Like, I want to see if it's what it looked. This guy's, by the way.
Do you go to caning school?
I bet.
Yeah, I wonder.
Right?
Yeah.
You join
If
the
you
police
get
force,
plucked
whatever,
out,
and
you
then
know,
they
like
pluck
this
you out,
guy
like-
has specific.
Yeah, I kind of like
good.
his
He's got a lot of
right
talent.
arm and how it
Yeah,
moves. I think we should move him into caning school.
Get that Tommy John surgery.
Christ,
Can't
look at
really
I
swing.
don't know. I think that's like a chaplain cane.
That's like a fucking. What is that? It's like a whip.
I don't think that's.
Bamboo.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, there they are, right? Isn't that them?
Oh.
No, that's not them. Whatever.
God damn, it's brutal.
Oh, Sam,
The point
you
is it
can't
sucks.
find Singapore fucking.
Can I tell you, though, that there's people that like S&M that they couldn't take that much. But there
No.
are guys that can take black and bluing. And when you look
Yeah.
at bondage stuff, there are people that want to get whipped so bad that they're bleeding.
Oh, we know. Like, you know who's a fucking crazy person when it comes to whipping ass is our own E-Rock, if you remember. When he wailed into, what's her name? What's her name?
Justine Jolie.
Justine Jolie, and wailed on her ass. She wasn't none too happy.
Left
like
a
a caning.
handprint.
It was like
Really?
a caning.
Brutal. It was brutal.
E-Rock got
She
way
asked
too.
for it, or he was,
What, E-Rock?
He just went over the top.
He got way too into it.
What'd you say?
I think I have a sample here if you want to
You want to
hear
hear it? Listen to this.
Yeah.
She said,
Oh,
I fucked it up.
ow.
I'm sorry. I didn't know you were going to play right away. I just wanted to help with the setup. She was all cool, like, yeah, you can spank me.
Right.
Yeah.
She bent over and E-Rock fucking
Hauled back.
belted
Oh,
her.
yeah. Fucking wailed her.
Oh, shit.
Ow. Oh, motherfucker. Motherfuck you.
E-Rock.
You cocksucker.
Wow.
Are you shitting me? She's fair-skinned, too. You don't... Oh, my God.
Son of a...
Do you know how to fucking spank a girl, you douchebag?
And I'm just selling him out.
It went from a fun little thing to what the oh, we got video of this?
This is the other girl he
Oh,
spanked,
and
the
then
fatty.
E-Rock, yeah, we learned that E-Rock
Oh, yes, E-Rock?
real quick before
he's
you,
a serial spanker.
before you show this other one, Justine Jolie. Once that was done, she had to go do a shoot later that day.
Oh.
And the handprint was raised
Yeah.
up off her ass, so they had to like work around the fact that they couldn't show
dear.
her ass.
Watch this
E-Rock.
one. And then another girl came in and we said,
E-Rock,
Wow. You were at like a distance. You got like a running start.
Oh, my God.
Steve used to love that twisted shit.
Underestimated Iraq. No, wait a minute. You don't know how to spank a girl.
Like Fister.
I completely underestimated him. I have completely turned
Terrible
on your
footage.
side.
Yeah, really.
Zapruder got a better fucking random shot of Kennedy being murdered than we got 5 years ago of the spanking that effect they did.
Terrible.
Wow.
I didn't like that one, but I didn't like those spankings. It was mean.
Man.
It's mean-spirited.
Yeah, I didn't like that, actually.
Wow.
Iraq. Wow. Fucking his hatred toward women really shows through. With,
I was caught because I really do love Eric, and I like the fact that he hates women.
I wonder if Iraq has to like come up with a scenario to really get it, like she fucked up dinner or something.
Oh,
You know, like
yeah, something.
really-
Well, that would he'd shoot her for that. He likes a chubby boy. Likes his dinner.
Right.
Unbelievable.
He loves a good din-din.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he's going to say on his tombstone. Here lies Eric. He loved a good din-din with a hyphen.
That'd be a great tombstone.
I got to piss.
Why,
I
Jimmy?
have to,
What the hell's that about?
I have to.
Yeah. Well, Jesse Joyce, this was terrific. You could certainly stay if you want. It's up to you.
All right. Yeah, whatever.
But in
Cool.
case you decide to fucking bolt, I want to make sure people know you're Jesse Joyce on Twitter. A funny fucking guy.
Thanks, man.
Jesse's great.
Yeah, at Jesse Joyce with the 2 S's. Make sure you spell that right. And then Anchorage. I don't think we have an audience in Anchorage. I think that's one place we just might not have people.
It's one of 50.
Doesn't get up there.
One of 50. We're not sure if we have an audience in the Poconos, obviously.
Oh, man.
Well, I'm going to Columbia, Missouri in 2 weeks.
That's cool.
The Deja Vu in Columbia, Missouri.
And what is this other Canadian gig?
Oh, Antigonish, Nova Scotia. Yeah.
Oh, you're going to Nova Scotia, too?
Yeah.
Why are
Like
you
back to back, actually. Like the 2 furthest possible places you could be on the continent.
right. Yeah.
You're hiding from somebody, huh?
Well, I just wanted to get the fuck out of LA. Like
On the
that's
run.
literally like
Well, why
I
are you
just wanted
taking
to
these
book
weird
myself.
gigs?
Because I wanted to I have been stuck in the same place for 3 straight months.
Right.
So I just wanted to get out.
Weird
and go
meaning
do the
they're in
road trip.
faraway lands.
Right.
What
No, they are.
Have you been in Nova Scotia?
Yeah, my parents have a place up there. So
Are you Canadian?
No, no, but
That was the way you should react to that question, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like that
no, fuck.
visceral nausea.
Stop it.
I've heard nothing but good things about Nova Scotia. People love it up there.
It is cool. It's like cheap Maine. You know, that's the nice thing
Really?
about it. Yeah. It's pretty great.
It's probably more pristine and all that, too.
Yeah, it's nice. And
I went there
like, the
once.
people
Very
are-
nice. Nautical. Very nautical.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, you really get the
Vikings?
feel they were.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
They have
that
Viking shit up
whole
there?
Fishing Viking thing.
You don't need to
Yeah,
go to
it's more
Canada.
like-
If I want to fish, I go to the lake. What the hell do I know?
Fucking regular Joe. I hate regular Joe.
I like the posture though. Like he's all like,
Oh,
yeah.
He's right on the job site.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
My container of coffee. That's all I need.
Yeah, you write jokes. I'll eat a roll. What the hell do I know?
No, but their place is like literally right on the water, and like the lobster boats go straight by, and you can like yell to the guys that you need a couple, and they'll like bring them after like that
Wow.
day.
And then you say,
Kinda
no,
nice.
I meant a man and a woman dominating sexually.
I would have get fucked by a filthy seaman.
Oh, God.
When you said you can yell to him, the first thing I thought of was, hey, faggot on the boat. What the fuck, Jimmy? There'd be no reason to yell that. That's
I know.
And they're like so nice
I
there
know.
that they'd be like, "Oh, I wonder what his problem
That
is." You
was
know?
the first thing I thought of, just screaming mean shit at the guy on the boat.
Is that the place with Newfies?
Well, that's Newfoundland, but it's right there. You know,
Yeah, it's close, though.
Yeah. It is.
But they
it's right in the
don't.
same
They don't
region.
consider
They don't like each
themselves.
other, right? Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
I don't think the rest of Canada likes the Maritimes. Like that's all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Eastern shit. Like I
gotcha.
think that's the deal. So.
I went there once. And I walked into.
You went there?
I walked into a bar. I did. I went into a bar, and these people are like. They had these weird hats on, and they were singing songs.
Right.
It was like everyone's having this great time, but it's the weirdest thing. What's I know he's probably going for a clan meeting thing.
No, I was actually going to go for a temple joke. It was a bar mitzvah. Yarmulkes. I said weird hats, but then I just realized it was a bomb waiting to happen, and it would have interrupted you, so I backed out.
No.
Wait, now I got to ask you, what the fuck were you doing up there? How long ago was that? That's like a out of the way place.
A couple of years ago, I was visiting Ray Lynn.
Oh, she's up that way.
Yeah. She's one of them Canadians.
No, I know that, but I didn't know she was over in that direction.
Yeah. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever
Very
notice
cool.
when people in the Maritimes, it's a weird tick of theirs when they affirm a statement, like when they agree with you, the way they say it, they inhale, they go, yeah. Like that? It's the fucking craziest. Like, the first time you hear it, you're like, are you okay? Like, you think they're choking or they had a stroke or something? Like, it's a really... So you just be telling a story, and while they're, like, acknowledging that they're paying attention to the story, they just sit there and go, yeah, like that. Like, it's funny.
Do you know why
like
that is?
hyperventilating.
Because the first time they say that is probably when someone says, do you need me to pull you out of the water? They're drowning. Dumb boat people. Fuck them.
All right, Jesse, man, it's been too long. You gonna be around in New York after these weird gigs?
Yeah, I live here again.
All right,
Yeah,
so we'll have you on sooner than later.
Sweet. Yeah, cool.
Jesse Joyce once again on Twitter, and Anchorage at the Chilcoot
Charlie's.
Chilcoot Charlie's on March 5th through the 10th. We're going to take a break.
I get pissed desperately.
What about Poconuts? You got to at least get it out there, Jimmy.
This Friday and Saturday, I'll be at Poconuts in the Poconos. And, tickets are available. So if you want to just shoot up there and watch somebody really humiliate himself. Come on down. No, it's a good gig.
Yeah.
Yeah. Done it many times.
Yep.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Hope Kevin does well on SNL Saturday night. Kevin Hart's hosting.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, happy for him.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Does I have to go right into this, Sam? After the sweeper? Well, let's hear the sweeper.
Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Bam. 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 Oh. Very good. Hi. Hi there. We're here with Jesse Joyce. Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Jesse.
What's up, fella?
I don't know.
Jesse's a very funny guy.
Ah, it's sweet of you.
Yeah.
Very, very good comic.
And if you're in Alaska. Plays Alaska for some reason.
Well, we were just talking about what a fucking terrified child I was. I know you were too, right?
He's a terrified adult.
But I would watch scary movies.
Right.
We're all very excited here. We just got the Blu-ray copy of all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Yeah.
So we were talking about it, and apparently you do not like scary movies.
I don't my fear as a child went through so many evolutions. I think Freddy Krueger was the first thing and I never even saw the movie. It was just the box cover.
You never saw the original Nightmare?
Dude, I literally saw a picture on the box cover and I didn't sleep for a month. So there's no way I could have seen the actual movie. Zero chance. And then I went through a phase where I was terrified that my parents were going to get kidnapped while I was sleeping. I don't know what the fuck that was about. But I was sure that. So I literally had this thing where they would put me to bed, and then I would have to tell them to make noise out in the living room when they were up. So so that I knew that they were still there. You know what I mean? That no one had
because you're
swiped
afraid
them
of
in the
being
night.
alone. Right.
Yeah. So every now and again they just bang on something so I could fall asleep. So I knew that they're still.
And they would do that. They would appease you by doing that.
My fucking irrationality gained a new level of sophistication, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Whoever steals my parents would have the foresight to just leave a tape recording device of them making noise in the living room.
Oh man!
So I used to once that thought creeped into my head, then there was nothing. I was like, they might still be gone.
Now
I don't know.
Can't be safe.
They could have been stolen hours ago, and I've been listening to this recording. So I'd have to still get out of bed every fucking hour and a half and
what a
go
little
out.
Weirdo.
I know. Is that sad?
What a cock block.
I know.
Your fucking dad's trying to get his hog sucked. You pop in.
Peering around the corner.
Noise.
Well, I don't think they do a lot of the time. I just peer around the corner, just all right, cool, they're still here, and I go back.
Yeah.
So, did you just need white noise of some sort, or?
Oh, I love that noise.
I don't know. I just I just really went through
white. Yes, you're right.
Wow. No, I just went through a phase, where I was afraid that my parents were going to get stolen from me. I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Stolen.
Do you still not like horror movies?
No, I still don't watch them.
Kenny won't watch him either. He really won't watch him, and I'm amazed at that.
And he's a big galoot.
Yeah, he is a lummox.
I don't know. It's just a discomfort. You know what I mean? That's all. I don't like when the fucking there's weird music and something's I don't like getting jumpy.
I don't like slasher movies. Not because I'm afraid of them or anything. I just don't find them really entertaining.
Right.
I like a good scary movie. Where fucking those weird chicks are just in positions they're not supposed to be in, crawling on the ceiling.
So what about
shit? Just looks like they're
where
moving
some
all
little
weird.
girl all of a sudden her jaw unhinges for no good reason.
Yeah, very
Mommy.
creepy.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Little kids are always like, you can't be here. that's scary shit to me.
Yeah.
But I'll watch them.
Yeah.
And then I'll like go to bed and it's dark in the room and I'll maybe turn a light.
Yeah. Always.
Yeah, see,
What
that's
a
why would you
faggot.
want to subject yourself
I
to that?
know. I don't know why. It's that fucking visceral feeling, that
I'm
emotion.
writing a horror
you get.
movie.
Oh, are you?
About a guy with a knife and he just runs around going, "You're dead."
I feel like I've seen similar.
Sounds
I feel like
terrible.
Yeah.
The You're Dead killer.
Yeah, and he just screams, "You're dead!" and he chases you. It's not a good movie.
Well, there was something that happened years ago. Of course, I was going to take a shower right after watching Psycho. Psycho was on TV, and decided, take a shower. I don't know why. And my brother had sent my sister into the bathroom wearing a wig and holding a knife.
Right.
And ripped the shower curtain open. And went, and then, because she was like, I guess, I don't know, maybe 6 years old. And she goes, and I collapsed.
You were scared?
Into the shower. It scared the shit out of me.
But she was a little 6-year-old in a wig.
A little girl.
Yeah, but it was, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It could have been anything. It was just that I was in the shower and I was petrified.
Was this recently?
Yeah, last week. It was very, very frightening.
It would have been equally scary for the 6-year-old.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I beat her with my penis. A little fucker.
That's a good way to get punched in the face.
Yes.
Like scaring people is never like a good, like I've seen that go badly so many times.
Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, is that you?
What?
Holy shit.
That's my coffee.
It literally smells like dog shit in here.
Your coffee smells like dog shit?
Oh, no, that's you. That was terrible.
He's acting.
Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, that you should. Oh my God, it's terrible.
I dropped this stinker.
Wow.
Oh, come on. What are you doing? You're going to get us poisoned with the ozone layer.
Worst thing is gone.
Worse than any scary movie.
Oh, dear.
Exactly.
Jimmy's asshole.
Just take it. Come on. Fucking have a laugh. Enjoy it.
I've said plenty of times on this very program how. Oh, don't wave it toward me.
Waving it away.
Jimmy just did that so the listeners know he's still here.
Yeah.
That's how I know I exist.
Plenty of times in this very program, I've discussed how petrified, scared I grew up. Mm-hmm. I was in a constant state of fear of everything and everyone.
Yeah.
I was like one of those, like a chihuahua, just pissing on the floor. Coward.
That's one of those, what do you call them, cowards.
Yeah, if back in what I call the day, parents would just leave their kids in the car when they run into the store to get something.
Yeah.
Just leave the fucking kids in the car.
Sure.
So when that would happen, I would just be so scared we were going to get stolen. I thought we were going to get kidnapped.
And
like
your parents
so
were crying because they knew you wouldn't be.
And one time this guy that apparently knew my mom came over to the car to say hi to the kids. So he knocked on the window. I just exploded in screams and crying. And I was so scared. And the guy looked like, oh my God, what happened?
Right.
He didn't know what happened. I thought he had come to steal us.
Right. Yeah. Now you've suddenly put him in like a really awkward position in a parking lot. Where he has grab you, stop screaming. You be quiet.
Stop it. Stop it. The police show up and shoot him in the head.
Yeah, your little pants fell down while he was shaking you.
His penis slipped into me.
Yeah.
Yeah. If a child does something unusual around you, that's a really uncomfortable place to be.
Run.
I fucking I was doing this gig at some awful Gary, Indiana or whatever. I was in this mega one of those complexes where there's a Holiday Inn, the Metroplex or whatever the fuck, and they have events there or whatever. And they had one of those toddler and tiara things going on.
Oh God!
Not the TV show, but just a child beauty pageant. And so there was this there were all these fucking dolled up 6-year-olds wandering around. It was so uncomfortable.
Nice.
I know it's sometimes right.
And, so I go up to my floor, and there's some twatty moms that they're just chatting, and they're ignoring this little girl who's wandering around in a fucking prom dress. She's 6, and I'm going down the hall to my room, and the little girl starts walking with me.
Oh, little whore.
And she's what's your name and whatever. She's being a child.
Oh, great.
Yeah, but it's kid, you better go back with your mom.
Yeah.
This is really uncomfortable. And so, and I got my key in my hand, right? And I get to where my room is, but I'm I don't want to go into my room. I don't want this fucking child following me into my room. And I keep trying to flag down the twatty mom, but she's not paying attention, you know? And so I got this little girl who's just hanging. She's like, let me use the key, right? I guess, you know, because children are excited by the fucking, whatever, like it's like a swipe thing, you know? I don't know. She wants to do, and I'm like, no, kid. And like, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't need your fingerprints on this key. That's for sure.
So
Once they find you headless in a bathroom somewhere.
I'm trying to hide it. It's like palmed in my hand, right? But she knows that it's there, so she starts like trying to grab it out of my hand.
Now you're holding hands in the hallway.
Like trying to drag her into your room.
She keeps, she's like grabbing it, and I'm like, kid, you got it. And it's like,
so
okay, this kid's going to scream. Right. Well, it's like, it's getting worse, because it's like now she's going to scream in the hallway, and I can't have that.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm trying to get the mom. Yeah, exactly, right. You be quiet. Just be quiet.
Yeah, exactly. You thought it was a chicken clucking.
Oh, shit.
I don't want to kill you. Quiet.
Wow.
So I like let go of the key. She fucking puts the key in the door and runs into my room. And now I have like the door, like the door's going to close, and that's my only key. And now I'm thinking like I can't go down to the lobby and go, there's a fucking 6-year-old in my room. So I have to like hold the door open with my long arm, like as far as and I'm like flagging down the mom in the hallway. Like your kid came
into my room and died.
And there's a fucking 6-year-old in a prom dress, like sitting on my bed. Like it's the worst fucking. Like my brain is on fire because I'm just so uncomfortable with this whole scenario. And I finally like get the dumb mom. I'm like, hey, fucking, I don't know what happened. And so the mom comes rushing down, and of course, like. She doesn't, she's like, I was thrilled that she didn't blame me, but at the same time, she like grabs her, she's like, what the fuck is the matter with you? And like takes her, you know.
Man.
Like, yeah, it was just, I just went in and just laid on my head was just fucking on fire because it was such an uncomfortable.
She knew as the kid, right?
I'll never put myself in a position like that, though, where
but
you're
I didn't
like
put
alone.
Myself in a position,
I know, but
you would have just the opposite problem. She'd be inside trying to run out. You're like,
no, if there's a public bathroom and stuff, and you walk in and you just see a kid in there, turn right the fuck around and get out.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
Bobby Kelly.
Hey, buddy.
What are you here for the after show?
It's not the after show. It's the Bob and Sam show.
Oh, right, nice. The Bob and Sam show.
We're not actually calling it that.
Come on, don't get out.
I love when the Bob and Sam show is on for my drive home because it means I can listen to something else.
I was listening to
what?
Teasing, of course.
Oh,
I'll be listening.
It's my favorite show.
What? That you're on? You're on it. That's why it's your favorite show. Yeah, we were just talking about our fucking petrifying moments with
we were talking about
children.
Perceived pedophilia.
Yeah,
where there is none
misunderstanding.
There, perceived.
Do you know what I realized now that I'm going to be a father?
Oh,
I never thought about kids in my life. I play with them here and there when they come over or whatever. Yeah. And this little kid, my publicist's kid, we were walking to radio and he put his hand up and he was like, "Hold my hand." So we're in public, and I grabbed the little kid's hand.
Was he just goofing on you? Hold my hand. Joking. Hold my hand, man.
He goes, "Hold my hand." I go, "All right." And I'm holding his hand. It's like, I know, like, you go to CVS and you know you didn't steal anything, but you fucking feel like when you walk in the thing,
they think that you stole.
I still feel like, did I fucking steal? Is it like, I know I'm not going to fuck this kid.
Yeah,
but holding his hand, I still feel
it's the same thing as the CVS thing because you have something in your pocket that's bulging.
I felt uncomfortable holding this little kid's hand, and I was just like, "What the fuck is? It's just a little. I'm not going to touch his ding ding."
Why did you feel uncomfortable with holding his hand?
I don't know.
Because Heine was so close.
It's just something you know.
It's just something I'm used
to doing.
I bet you probably wouldn't have felt weird if the kid wasn't so sexy, right?
He was he was a little blonde. Yeah. You know, his little teeth are coming in.
Yeah.
You know, I love a couple small ones and one big one.
So you held the kid's hand.
Of course, I held the kid's hand, but I was walking around going, I'm not, you know, I'm good. I'm just holding a little kid's hand.
Yeah, pedophiles have ruined it for everybody. You can't interact.
Yeah. Also, people who molest people. Hey, how you doing?
I'm glad for pedophiles. Now I don't have to interact with kids at all. It's great. Kids tell their parents, the parents tell the kids, stay away from adults.
You should
so I never have to feign interest in those little shitheads.
But you should thank your look, too.
When I was in California, I was walking down, I was by our little ranch stable area and stuff. And this girl.
You get your girls?
Yeah, that's where I got my chicks. No, there was this girl, she got to be, I guess, I don't know, fucking 7 or something like that. Oh. She comes walking by and she's just crying.
And you gave the guy the money. You go, tell her to stop crying. Or I'm not taking her.
Knock this shit off.
Exactly.
I want
a professional
man, Jimmy,
actress.
did you blast another one?
No, I didn't even blast one before.
Oh.
Yes, you did before.
So she comes by and she's crying. So I'm like, what's the matter? And she's like, I'm lost. I go, well, where'd you come from? And she's like, I don't know. So now I'm. Oh God, it's fucking rancid, Jimmy. Oh. So I had to hold her hand and walk her all around like fucking town, where she's like, I think it's over there, over there. No clue. Yeah. And then her parents were driving by and jammed on the brakes, and the mother gets out, like grabbed her hand away from me and just threw her in the car and drove off.
So you're the guy who took her.
Yeah, I guess I stole her.
Wow, but they were too much of a rush to get the target for a sale to prosecute you.
Yeah.
So give me my kid back next time.
She didn't say thank you.
God damn it, Jimmy.
She didn't say thank you.
No, they looked at me like I had stolen their kid. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, it was great. And I'm walking back, just going, that sucked.
It's a pretty shitty kidnapper. You just be wandering the streets.
Yeah, I'd be wandering the streets, and
holding
she's
her hand.
pointing at fucking various locations she thinks she's from.
Right.
Like, oh, that's great. Yeah, let me get across this river. I had to cross a river with the fucking kid because she said she was on the other side of the
no
river.
wonder the parents didn't know you were on the other side of a river.
But she said she was on the other side of the river, and I crossed it, and then she wasn't even over there.
Well, when you Montana? Walk a crying 5-year-old out to the middle of a bridge, that also doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Where were you?
California, San Juan Capistrano.
What was this? Nobody walks out there except for rapists and homeless people.
Pretty much.
It's just you.
I was very surprised to see it.
With your fucking doomsday prepper outfit on and a kid in your hand. Yeah. Some Mexican crying baby.
I think she was Mexican.
Yeah, she was. Of course she was.
It's very scary. Wow. I don't want to cut into the Sam and of course Bob show.
Who Kid's coming? This is Bob Who Kid Sam show.
Yeah, Who Kid.
Great.
This is grand return. He hasn't been here for All Black History Month.
Oh right, he's been.
He's only existed in those promos. Yeah.
Worldwide, yo.
Yeah.
Well, good for him, and good for you guys, and good for me because I'll be listening.
Yeah, I mean you're the one who gets the real treat.
I love it.
Yeah, you'll be in a tunnel.
I do listen. I try to fucking call in and when things annoy me, or I text Sam. I like hearing the delay. Like I'll text and I'll put my phone down and drive another fucking 10 miles. And I'll hear, oh, Anthony just texted. Yeah, the service is great. Terrible. All right, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You guys have fun. You guys have fun.
Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Of course, Jesse. Thank you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Coming in. That was very cool. Jimmy Norden, the lovely and talented.
Where are you
Jimmy
going this weekend, Jimmy?
Norden. Polka Nuts.
The Polka Nuts? Polka Nuts. Who got you that gig, Voss? It's a good gig, dude. They have prime rib. If you get there at 5:30,
the early bird
the show's not till 11:30. But if you get there at 5:30, you have the prime rib.
It's wonderful. The prime ribs. I'd say ribs. Prime ribs.
Yeah.
Primed.
Yeah, primed rib. What a dolt.
Yeah, he would call them prima ribs.
It's just terrible. It's a card keg. All right. I'm just going to get the fuck out of here then, I guess, right?
Hey.
All right, stay tuned for Bob Kelly, Sam Roberts.
We'll go Sam first. Just for now, just to see how it fits.
The fans, what they like is the Bob and Sam show.
I mean, it hasn't been. It's only been on a couple times, so we don't know.
We'll
for
work
sure.
it out. Work it out. Bob and Sam show.
Right now, we'll go Sam and Bob.
Let's go
We'll
Bob.
figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Sam and Bob.
I don't give a shit. Whatever
Something
it's
like
called.
that. Yeah.
Just don't call me late for supper. Ugh. All right, see you tomorrow.
The Opie and Anthony Show is available later today.